Blue Look Chapter 350 is out. The Japanese national team players are questioning Igo's true identity in the locker room. Igo also reveals the reason for their loss against France and makes a surprising statement. But to find out more, you'll have to wait, as this chapter holds many surprises, so get ready. The chapter, titled Ego, begins with Isagi asking, "What is ego?" Rin and Shido look at him in surprise. Meanwhile, Nanase tells him he has a point, and that the concept of selfishness seems very vague. Hiyori then asks, "So what is it?" Bachira raises his hand, saying he knows. Then he began, pointing to his head, saying that the ego is the monster inside you. Ichiguri then said that it depends on how you feel, as he believes it's closer to your true essence. Ryo came next, saying that it's something more selfish, like the selfish part of yourself. Yukimiya said that he understands this, and that he sees selfishness as an attitude based on not caring about others and focusing only on one's own interest. Gagamaro declared that he agrees with Ichijuru's opinion, and Otoya also said that he does as well, as he doesn't believe that harming others is the essence of the ego. Isagi then tells them that they all have different interpretations of the word ego, and that's why Blue Lock is in trouble now. And if they could agree on what it means to be extremely egotist, then their method of fighting would become clear. Bachira agrees, saying that it makes sense, and Aiko says, "Okay, let's try it." Then someone speaks up, saying, "That's a good plan, Isagi Yuji." Then Ego enters with Enri and explains his own definition of ego, saying it's a way of playing life, clarifying that this is how he knows himself. Isagi seems surprised to hear this. The rest of the Blue Lockers, including Ryo, Baru, Chijiri, Kanagami, and Corona, listen as Ego continues explaining that humans are social beings in many ways, and cannot survive without human connections. He says that from the moment we realize this, we subconsciously seek ways to participate in the world. Ego then says that this is the beginning of the game known as life, where people navigate between reality and their ideals through trial and error, ultimately forming a sense of self. Then he asks them what they celebrate or rage against, what they mourn, and what they believe in. These choices determine how they play the game of their lives, and the standard for evaluating all of this is none other than the ego. It is the compass that determines the kind of life they will live. Then Sendo jumps in and saying he understands, and Otoya says it's like his heart's compass, while Yukimiya, thinking, says he feels his soccer performance improves when his ego aligns with his own playing style. Hiyori then realizes that everything they've learned so far, like flow, originality, and hunger, has only been to force them to face their egos. And Ego himself says bingo, that the world's top egotist is the person who lives by a plane with a play style most suitable for being the best in the world. While Aiku smiled, saying and anyone without such a grandiose compass was useless, Isagi added that in this case he was right. And he found the side of himself in his battle with Hugo, his playing style as a rebel who devours the #1 player is his compass of his ego. And if he keeping to refine his honing, this rebel play style, and then storm his way into becoming the best striker in the world, and then he can still. Then Karaso interrupts, addressing Ego and saying we lost to France because of your theory. He tells him that Isagi and Rin followed their egos, which made them collapse and botch the shot, adding, "There's no denying the reality that we can't win by all trying to be the world's best egotist." Ego listens to Karaso, who extends his hand, saying that some of them have started to doubt your methods. And can we really trust Blue Lock? Is he actually right? Tell me, coach, at this rate, can we become the best in the world? Then Ego remains silent for a while. Then, suddenly, he starts laughing hysterically in their faces, leaving everyone completely speechless. Ego begins to speak, telling them not to make him laugh, questioning them about trust, and explaining that such things don't matter. Then he bends down and extends his hands, saying that the Blue Lock is his experiment to create the world's best striker. It will destroy everyone's lives. They all agreed to that insane plan, so what's the point of sanity now? Sanity can buy security, but it can't buy dreams. He says that his madness feeds and their madness feeds his. And that's how Blue Lock made it this far. Then Ego smiles, saying that if they doubt him, they can fuck off, and also that they don't seem to understand why they lost to France, and that the main reason wasn't a strategic error or the enemy's strength. Then he slams his hand against the screen behind him, shouting at them that the real reason for their loss, it was some of them in that field didn't believe they could be the world's best, while Isagi is deeply affected by these words. Next, we see the screen behind Ego, which is completely shattered. Ego then pauses for a second, telling them that they are supposed to create the world's best striker, and that they are in this mess because they are looking for other ways to live. Then he pulls his hand away from the screen with blood dripping from it. Seeing this causes the other players to tremble slightly. Then Ego stares at them with a terrifying look and says, "Are you doubting me? What about your own egos? You trash." While all the players were listening and looking at him, he starts walking away, saying that, as a small gesture of mercy, this was still just the group league, and that there's still a path to victory. Ego waves his hand at them, saying that this is enough for this shitty day. Go cool your heads, you lumps of talent. Let's face tomorrow with a new kind of madness. But before Ego can leave, Isagi says to Ego, in this case, "Please leave me out of the next match." Upon hearing this, Henry is mad confused. Bachira simply says his name, and Isagi clarifies that it's as he said. Things reached a point where he lost sight of trying to be number one, and that's why the team fell apart. The way they have been doing things is no good. Then Isagi tells him that the time has come for Blue Lock to be reborn, and that is why he must leave him out this time. Then Ego turns to him, saying that he is planning to make that gamble, to bring Blue Lock back to life. And Isagi won't be the one to be eliminated. Then Ego pushes up his glasses and says that the one who's out is Itoshi Rin. And that's the end of the chapter. I'd like to hear your opinion. Who do you think will replace Rin in the lineup? Personally, I think Yukimiya is the most likely candidate for the role. If you enjoy Blue Lock and similar videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to leave a comment and a like. If you'd like to watch another one of my videos, check out the one that will appear on the end screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.